Hey y'all, Jeff here with Jeff's Garage Unfiltered, and welcome back to another video. And look what happens to be in the garage now. Yep, the my W108 280 SEL 4.5. Now, before I get onto the story, is to well, this thing was sitting outside for a while because the GL350 was in here. But an update on the GL350, I got it fixed. It is fixed. It's been on three test drives since the last video that was about an hour long of me changing the O-rings out on the turbo exhaust pipe that goes to the silencer. I got it right. It's not a wastegate. It's the silencer. And so I took it on a 55 mile round trip, to Blair and back. And then I've done a couple other, I did go to Decatur for the test drive. So I went to Decatur, which is 16 miles north of here, roughly. So that was a 32-mile round trip. Then went to Blair, and let's see, 7 and 16 is 23. So it's a 46, 48-mile round trip. And then I've done a couple little short runs right here in town. And so far, no check engine light. So, problem solved now. Got a fuel filter change, the big donut that goes into the turbo intake, plus the O-rings going down to the turbo exhaust. So now the 280 SEL is back in the garage, although last weekend had an issue. So I took this car out for a drive and took it around the block and kind of sat in at the neighbor across the street, the guy who bought my 300 SE, and was sitting there talking to him. And of course, the temperature was on the rise. And so I was watching it and I thought, oh, is it going to come down? And it really didn't. And so I said, well, this thing's heating up, so I need to go. So I came back over here, pulled into the alley, and was getting ready to back it into the garage, and it died. Just stopped. It stopped running. Oh, crap. So, and I couldn't restart it. It would not restart. In fact, the brakes need some attention done to them because they do have a tendency of locking up. I don't know why. It's been out and we've driven it, and it's had plenty of opportunities to unfreeze, but because it was sitting outside, they could still be a little rusted. But couldn't get it started, couldn't back it up, so had to get another vehicle to kind of tow it out of the way of the alley, and my wife had to help me, and so I let it sit there. And I know the reason why it probably didn't start is because it vapor locked. It got hot, it vapor locked, and it shut down, which older cars would have a tendency to do that. So about 3 hours later, after sitting outside, it cooled off enough, started right up. Oh, and by the way, the window was down too, and so that was a problem. There must be a relay issue because I turned the key to on, the window would not go up, and I thought, oh goodness, I'm going to have to get a plastic bag, cover the window. It's got to sit outside again. But needless to say, it started. I was able to back it in, and here she sits. So that's an issue I need to look at. The vapor lock could be, could it be a fuel related issue? Yeah, it's possible a little bit, but it's probably more of a vacuum and the temperature related issue. Because it did get over the 175. It was up around 200 degrees, and this has a US version temperature gauge. So it really, was it really running hot? It's supposed to run right around 180, 185, I think is what the temperature is. I'm going to have to do some research on that. But she's back in the garage. I can work on doing the rest of the trunk liner. I might do a little bit of that today. It's mid-afternoon. I've been starting to work on my taxes and things like that. So, I thought, it's warm, but it's windy. Warmer. It's in the 40s. It's a lot warmer than it always has been. But I thought since the temperature's up a little bit, I'd go out and tinker with the 560 and hopefully get that. Maybe I can jiggle it enough and, hold my tongue just right. Maybe it'll loosen up. And if that's the case, I might bring it in here and tinker with it a little bit, because I do need to put the new battery in it. It's still sitting right down here on the floor. So, but I thought I'd give everybody the update. So GL350 is resolved. It's now parked where it's normally parked, so my wife can drive it. This one's back in. Yui still got some work to do on the electrical. I might work on chasing it at some point, but I'm still doing some of the cosmetic stuff. So there you have it, folks. And progress. We're making some progress. And so I thought, like I said, I'd get you the update. Have a great day. Hit subscribe. Go back and put the if you haven't watched the most recent video, you can skip through a little bit of it. Where I didn't do a lot of fast forwarding on the GL when I was working on it in the garage, but it does capture pretty much everything that that you really needed to do. So have a great day. Again, be safe out there and continue to watch my channel. Thank you. And you see my backdrop? See what I got to deal with?